The Gold Standard will now perform the Colorado School of Mines Alma Mater. The Alma Mater opens convocation and begins commencement, marking the transition from Mines student to Mines alumni. You can find the Alma Mater's lyrics on the inside cover of your program.
Raise your voices, engineers, your devotion sing. To the greatest school of minds, let the chorus ring. Hail to thee, CSM, to our hearts most dear. Every miner lauds thy name, and every engineer. Honor, glory to thy name, these we pledge anew. While we live to sing thy fame, alma mater true. Hail to thee, school of mines, silver and blue. Every miner sings thy praise, O alma mater true.
Please be seated. Please welcome the 17th President of the Colorado School of Mines, Dr. Paul Johnson.
Thank you. Good afternoon. To all of our graduates and guests, welcome to Colorado School of Mines, and thank you for being part of this celebration. Today we will be awarding the most advanced degrees attainable in the sciences and engineering. Our graduates are an elite group. Reaching this point is a very special accomplishment that deserves to be celebrated. After all, less than 1% of all adults complete either a master's or doctoral degree in engineering or the hard sciences. Our graduates are also a very geographically diverse group. They come from Colorado, California, and 26 other states, and as far away as the Netherlands, China, and Brazil. Flags representing their home countries are displayed on stage today. Speaking of our graduates, are you out there? I'm not sure if they came today. Graduates, are you out there? Okay, all right. Independent of how near or far you started from, to reach this point, you likely benefited from the support and encouragement of others. Many of your supporters are here today to congratulate you, while others are watching for a glimpse of you on our live internet feed. As your friends and relatives will be clapping, cheering, and stomping for you later in the program, we'd like to give you the opportunity to thank them first for their support. So, will the parents of our graduates please stand? Thank you, moms and dads. You probably discovered that being a graduate student pair has its own unique challenges. For example, did the relatives and neighbors expect you to know what your son or daughter was studying? And did your son or daughter's ability to explain to you in simple terms what they were studying decrease with time in graduate school? And did that put you in the position of having to say to the relatives, he works with dirt, or she spends all day breaking metal pieces, or I really don't know, he keeps saying it's an ETM degree, but maybe he's really studying to be an EMT. In any case, your encouragement and support meant a lot to your sons and daughters. Thank you again, moms and dads. And hey, how about everybody, let's give a very special early Mother's Day thanks to all the mothers in the audience. Okay, will the spouses and significant others please stand? You also provided emotional support and encouragement, and perhaps financial support as well. I'm just guessing, but it's possible that some of you had to remind your loved one more than a few times that perpetual student was not an acceptable career choice, and that while lifelong learning is important in today's world, it needs to be done in combination with lifelong earning. Thank you for keeping these graduates focused on completion. Now will the friends, siblings, other relatives, and co-workers please stand? You are the group we affectionately refer to as the distractions. You were the ones enticing our graduates to sneak away and hit the trails, head to the ski slopes, take in a movie, or make the short tour of the course a weekly event. Even though you may have prolonged their graduate studies, thank you for helping our graduates find balance, as that is also critical success at school and in life. Thank you. Now will the faculty, staff, and leadership of Colorado School Minds and Colorado School Minds Foundation please stand? You are the ones that deliver on our mission to educate, inspire, and innovate. You taught, advised, and mentored these graduates and competed nationally for research funding that provided graduate research assistantships for some of our graduates. You continue to set the bar high and challenge our students to reach it. I like to brag that the Wall Street Journal named you the top faculty across all U.S. public universities for your balanced dedication to both scholarly research and classroom instruction. Congratulations for that, and thank you for all that you've done to prepare our graduates to make their mark in the world. Finally, will the Board of Trustees stand? Graduates, you might want to be especially enthusiastic in your cheers for this group, as they have to approve your degrees later in the ceremony. They like that. This is an incredibly accomplished group that has been appointed by the Governor of Colorado. They are scientists, engineers, CEOs, business leaders, and entrepreneurs who are dedicated to Mind's success and believe strongly in the importance of graduate education and research. That's why they're here today. Thank you, trustees, for being here. To wrap up this welcome, I'd like to take a moment to personally congratulate our graduates. Independent of where or how long ago you started on your graduate studies path, you've all worked hard to get here. As a side note, about 40%, 45% of you will actually receive a second or third degree from Minds today. Would you stand up if you're in that category? All right. Some of you focused your graduate studies to get more depth in your major area. Others added breadth in a complementary engineering or science discipline. And some of you chose to acquire business and management skills through our ETM, not EMT, Engineering Technology Management Program. Continued participation in Minds varsity NCAA athletics teams was a bonus for a few of you as well. Others, particularly our PhD students, wanted to explore new frontiers in science and engineering, and through your research efforts have become the newest world experts on hydrogeologic systems, subsurface characterization, advanced energy systems, quantum computing, human-machine interactions, artificial intelligence, novel materials, biological and biomechanical systems, energy and mineral policy, and other topics that are critical to our future prosperity. Whatever your motivation or path that you followed to get here today, I want you to know that the Minds faculty, staff, leadership, alumni, and Board of Trustees recognize your significant accomplishment and are proud to call you graduates of Colorado School Minds. I hope that you share and always carry that pride with you wherever you go in life and your career. And as you make your mark in the world, I hope that you find some way to help others pursue their education dreams. You are all hell of engineers, hell of scientists, hell of economists, and ore diggers for life. Congratulations. Now I would like to introduce our student speaker, Ya-Lin Li. Ya-Lin came to Minds via Tongji University in China and the University of Illinois, where she earned her bachelor's and master's degrees, both in environmental engineering. Assuming the trustees approve, Ya-Lin will receive her doctorate in civil and environmental engineering today. No pressure. After graduation, Ya-Lin will head back to the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign to be postdoctoral research associate. Please join me in welcoming Ya-Lin to the podium.
please be patient while I control this magic podium down. All right, now I have my cheat sheet here. All fellow all diggers, are you there? Congratulations! You have probably heard of this for countless times in the past months, especially when you submitted your thesis, finished the last exam, or handed in your last project report. But after years of hard working, you deserve this again. So congratulations, everyone, for making it through, for achieving a long-awaited goal, for conducting outstanding research, for contributing to the advancement of our whole society. You deserve to be the center of all these celebrations, and you deserve this night. And also, thank you. You have probably said this for countless times in the past months, especially after you concluded your thesis defense, after you shook hands with your advisors and committee members, after you handed your beakers and flags to your lab mates, after you hugged your friends and your loved ones. This was not an easy journey, and we could never have accomplished it without the warm encouragement and candid suggestions. There is a reason for acknowledgements to come before all of your research chapters. So please, take another moment to think of all the people that have cheered or pushed you along the way. They wished for the best of us, and we owe our gratitude to them. But tonight, it is not only about congratulations and gratitude. Commencement is more about looking forward than backward. After all the excitement fades away, we ask ourselves, what's next? With great power comes great responsibility. With great knowledge comes great credibility. Graduating from Mainz, we carry the society's hope to address grand challenges that affect every person in this beautiful planet. We are the ones that the society will turn to for solutions of climate change, of water and food security, of reducing inequality and conflicts, of positively using artificial intelligence. As students of Mainz, we chant the importance of Earth, energy, and environment. As alumni of Mainz, we must march forward with this commitment, for it is a reminder that we are the ones that will depict the future for the society, that will write the history the next generations remember. After tonight, we part roads and sail on to different careers, and it is too easy to forget why we start. We chose to start at Mainz because of our dreams and goals, be it the pure curiosity of the unknowns, be it the desire to influence the world, be it the hope for a better life, be it grand and impressive, be it personal and pragmatic. No matter what it was, we started the journey and now we finished it. During the past years, we all had moments where we cast doubts on ourselves. We wondered if we worked hard enough, if we were brilliant enough, if our research was important enough. We didn't know if we could pass that exam, if we could publish that paper, if we could finish the 200-page thesis, if we could ever graduate. But now, as we are sitting here, we all know our answers. For years to come, we will again question ourselves. But whenever you feel disappointed about yourself, whenever you feel life punches you and you want to throw in the towel, think of this moment. Think of your time at Mainz. Think of how proud you were when you watched the M count down to 0 today. If you can fulfill the stringent requirements at Mainz, you can make it through whatever challenge is in front of you. Remember, once an all digger, for life an all digger. Go, all diggers! Thank you.
love our little podium here. All right, thank you, Alan. Trustees, what do you think? It's gonna be okay? It's gonna be okay. Anyway, I look forward to greeting you on stage later as you're being hooded by your doctoral advisor, Dr. Tim Strathman, who I understand has been trying for some time now to increase your mountain biking skills with, hasn't worked out so far, okay. Anyway, now I'd like to introduce Dr. Stephanie Tompkins, our Vice President of Research and Technology Transfer. Dr. Tompkins joined Mines after previously serving as Acting Deputy Director of DARPA, the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, the organization that spawned the internet, unmanned vehicles, and the academic field of material science. Most of Dr. Tompkins' professional life has been spent, oh, we lost some stuff here. In any case, I know there's more here, but I'll just say that Stephanie's going to come up here and she is going to talk about the Rath Award, which is an award that we give to our outstanding PhD research students. And I'll let her tell you a little bit more about that. And Dr. Tompkins.
I have a backup. And I also love this little podium because otherwise I wouldn't actually be able to see any of you. So the Rath Research Award recognizes the PhD thesis with the potential for greatest domestic societal impact. Now that goal, societal impact, is at the core of Mines research, and it has been from our origins since supporting gold and silver mining nearly 150 years ago now. So I had the privilege of reading the nominations for this award just a few weeks ago, and I was really struck by how well they represent Mines research and that fundamental philosophy of societal impact across the board. For instance, you, our graduate students, have been working feverishly in the lab and in the field, maybe deeply buried in complex multidimensional calculations. What you've been doing is developing techniques for reusing materials and growing high-efficiency solar cells, so you could target cost reductions of up to 150 times. You've been creating computational models to allow complex trade-offs in how we manage water and to mitigate water shortages. You've been converting wastewater solids into fuels, fertilizers, and useful feedstock for materials. You've been hardening steels for economically critical parts and components around the world. You've been lowering the cost of energy for extracting minerals from ore. And you've been mathematically modeling the sleep cycles of human beings in order to improve our health. And that is something which I think most of you, and anyone who has ever been a grad student, would appreciate. You, our graduate students, you represent the full range of our mission as a public institution. You teach, you work with the community, and you conduct research. In doing all of those things, you remind us that knowledge isn't static. Today, more than ever before, as the world changes faster than any one of us can comprehend, knowledge has to grow, it has to evolve. And in the many professional roles that you are soon to take on, you are going to be completely critical to solving the problems represented by this complex and dynamic world in which we live. So now, in the context of solving those complex and dynamic problems, let's go back to where I started with the Rath Research Award. This award was established several years ago by Dr. Bakhto Rath. At the time, he was a senior official at the Naval Research Laboratory in Washington, D.C. He was and is also a member of the National Academy of Engineering, along with a really long list of other awards and honors, and truly passionate about the role of research in society. Before I announce the winner, I would like to acknowledge and recognize all of the finalists for the Rath Award. So if you hear your name, could you please stand and remain standing? Nooraldeen Al-Kurd, Metallurgical and Materials Engineering. Andy Burrow, Mechanical Engineering. Caitlin Hannum, Applied Mathematics and Statistics. Yona Klemtool, Metallurgical and Materials Engineering. Danielle Rocha, mining engineering. And Nora Stack, applied mathematics and statistics. Congratulations to all of you for your outstanding scholarship and thesis. And now, the winner of this year's Rath Research Award is actually sitting right behind me. Yalin Lee from the Material Science Program. Yalin, please join me. Yalin's dissertation is titled Valorization of Wastewater-Derived Biomass via Integrated Aqueous Processing, and her advisor is Dr. Timothy Strathman. Yalin's research focuses on improving the energy efficiency of water treatment operations. So current approaches for managing wastewater are energy intensive. They use up approximately 3% of electrical energy in the United States, despite the fact that the wastewater actually contains substances such as organic matter and nutrients, which already possess several times the energy that's needed for that wastewater treatment. Now, this topic is highly researched among environmental engineers, but Yalin took a more revolutionary approach. And her research integrates innovative biological and hydrothermal technologies to recover resources that are present in the wastewater already, and by directly converting that waste into high-value chemicals and fuels. Yalin's research has the potential to transform wastewater treatment plants into wastewater biorefineries that not only provide safe water resources, but also produce a suite of valuable side products. And this could completely change the ways in which society manages waste for a much more sustainable future. Yalin, your research is clearly having significant societal impacts, with ripple effects that we expect to see for years to come. We look forward to following your accomplishments in the future, and we congratulate you on your award. And the award is actually partly blocked by the check, but that's not a bad thing.
All right. Congratulations again, Yalin, and thank you, Dr. Tompkins, for that. I could go up again here. All right. We've figured out the equipment malfunction. We almost went from page 17 to like 38, which normally in a graduation ceremony is really not a bad thing. But you wouldn't have gotten any of your degrees or anything like that. So I think we got it back together here. So we've reached the point in the program when our graduates get to cross the stage. You're going to see them on the big screen. Parents, this is when you get to get choked up and cry. Families, friends, co-workers, and loved ones, this is when you get to scream and cheer. If you're in the bleachers, it's okay to... You got it, okay? Quick learners, excellent. And in case there's any question, while the graduates are supposed to maintain some air of formality as they cross the stage, the audience is invited to be as loud and creative in their expressions and congratulations as you'd like to. Okay? Are we ready? Everybody out there ready? Okay, yeah, good. All right. I like this. Good. That group over there especially, doing good. We're first going to recognize our 39 doctoral degree recipients. This is the most advanced degree awarded in the sciences and engineering. Typically requires 3 to 5 years of in-depth research. Each recipient's name will be read, and our graduates will be accompanied on stage by the chair of their doctoral dissertation committee. This is the person who for many years has been their primary mentor and likely secured the grant funding to support their doctoral research. Then we'll watch as they both walk out to the little X here on the stage, and the faculty member is going to attempt to place a rather odd-looking piece of clothing around their mentee's neck. Some have suggested that the doctoral hooding symbolizes the many years of indentured servitude by the student. This brief ritual can be entertaining, with the movements and head bobbing being unique to each student-mentor relationship, which can be very stressful in the weeks surrounding the PhD dissertation defense. I, Provost Tom Boyd, and the department heads will join me on stage in congratulating our doctoral recipients as they cross the stage. And occasionally there's some betting that goes on between the department heads about whose faculty does the hooding correctly and not correctly. Dr. Boyd keeps track of all those things. So, doctoral recipients, are you ready? Okay, Dr. Boyd.
In Mining Engineering, Dr. Priscilla P. Nelson, Department Head. Dr. Varun Madhavancheri, Advisor, Dr. Yun-Hei Kim. In Civil and Environmental Engineering, Dr. Terry Hogue, Department Head. Dr. Jacob Grasmick, Advisor, Dr. Michael Mooney. Dr. Megan Gaiader, Advisor, Dr. Christopher Higgins. Dr. Yalin Lee, Advisor, Dr. Timothy Strathman. Dr. Xiangchen Huo, Advisor, Dr. Timothy Strathman. Dr. Human Batinka, Advisor, Dr. Christopher Bologna. In Metallurgical and Materials Engineering, Dr. Angus A. Rocket, Department Head. Dr. Noraldine Alkerd, Advisor, Dr. Corinne Packard. Dr. Devin Gonzalez, Advisors, Dr. Stephen Chuen and Dr. Daniel Javernick. Dr. Jonah Clem Toole, Advisor, Dr. Kip Findley. In Geology and Geological Engineering, Dr. M. Stephen Enders, Department Head. Dr. Naljam Al-Katani, Advisor, Dr. J.F. Sard. Dr. Hallie Keeble. Advisor, Dr. Thomas Monarchy. Dr. Emily Perry. Advisor, Dr. Alexander Giese. Dr. Christine Zellman. Advisor, Dr. Perrette Plink Bjorklund. Dr. Eleanor Heil. Advisors, Dr. Alexis Sichler and Dr. Richard Wanty. Dr. Kara Marsack. Advisors, Dr. Alexis Sichler and Dr. John McCrae. In Chemical and Biological Engineering, Dr. Anuj Chauhan, Department Head. Dr. Jingjing Gong. Advisor, Dr. Ning Wu. In Mechanical Engineering, Dr. John Berger, Department Head. Dr. Andrew Burrow. Advisor, Dr. Alexandra Newman. Dr. Mark Husted. Advisor, Dr. Alexandra Newman. Dr. Alexis Dubois. Advisor, Dr. Robert Braun. In Petroleum Engineering, Dr. Erdal Ozkan, Department Head. Dr. Abla Ruma. Advisors, Dr. Jennifer Miskimmins and Dr. Hazem Abbas. Dr. Mehmet Korchak. Advisor, Dr. Hossein Kazemi. In Geophysics, Dr. John Bradford, Department Head. Dr. Azar Hassanov. Advisor, Dr. Brandon Dugan. Dr. Ivan Lim Chen Ning. Advisor, Dr. Paul Sava. In Applied Mathematics and Statistics, Dr. Gregory E. Fassauer, Department Head. Dr. Nicholas Fisher, Advisor, Dr. Bernard Bielecki. Dr. Michael Schmidt, Advisors, Dr. Stephen Pankovich and Dr. David Benson. Dr. Nora Stack, Advisor, Dr. Cecilia Diniz Bain. In Physics, Dr. Uwe Greifer, Department Head. Dr. David Hensel, Advisor, Dr. Uwe Greifer. Dr. Carrie Kuhn, Advisor, Dr. Frederick Sarrazin. Dr. Robert McKinney, Advisors, Dr. Vladan Stefanovic and Dr. Eric Toberer. In Computer Science, Dr. Tracy K. Camp, Department Head. Dr. Matthew Sanders, Advisor, Dr. Chuan Yu. In Economics and Business, Dr. Roderick G. Eggert, Division Director. Dr. Tsilili Igogo, Advisors, Dr. Ian Lang and Dr. Roderick Eggert. Dr. Encia Shojadini, Advisors, Dr. Benjamin Gilbert and Dr. Carol Dahl.
Well, I think, Ian B. won the prize, I think, of buying drinks for all the rest of everybody. Is that right, Dr. Ward? Yes, okay. And I just wanted, would all the newest doctoral recipients and their doctoral advisors please stand up for another round of applause, please? Congratulations again. I should have mentioned that the hooding ceremony is actually, it's a big honor, obviously, for the doctoral recipient, but it's a really big deal for a faculty member as well. They only hood so many people in their academic lifetimes, and each time they come on the stage to hood somebody is a very special occasion for the faculty member as well. So congrats to the faculty and the newest doctoral recipients. All right, master's recipients, are you ready? Okay. People in the stands, you still warmed up out there? All right. This side, you're in competition with that side, just to let you know, they're doing pretty good. So, anyway, it's the same routine. Names will be called, pictures on the screen, provost, department head shaking hands, and ready to go. Let's do it.
In Civil and Environmental Engineering, Dr. Terry Hogue, Department Head. Daniel Rowe. Jacob Gold. Brian Watkins. Carl Wilcox. Daniel Seachy. Yifan Jin. Andrew Cross. Wenley Dickinson. Chelsea Panos. In Metallurgical and Materials Engineering, Dr. Angus A. Rocket, Department Head. Jameson Hetrick. Danyar Kazidanov. Cameron Brown. Riley Maher. Wesley Ott. Davis Wilson. Partaksh Sidhu. In Electrical Engineering, Dr. Dan Canas, Department Head. Travis Moore. Irina Vaseva. Mohammed Al-Suhaibani. Landon Crow. Bethany Wilson. Richard McLean. In Geology and Geological Engineering, Dr. M. Stephen Enders, Department Head. Nicole Arnish. Nurlan Abdrakhmanov. Juliet Olson. Troy Duron. Pablo Benitez. April Biebenauer. Corel Stewart. Joseph Dellenbach. Jack Samus. Cy Luke. Hannah Kays. Aidos Kazankapov. Carolyn Polly. Emre Kondakci. Megan Doty. Sarah Trutner. In Chemical and Biological Engineering, Dr. Anuj Chauhan, Department Head. Brenton Hutchinson. In Mechanical Engineering, Dr. John Berger, Department Head. Charles Bouri. Sami El Ajeli. Yahya Bokhari. Asem Al-Rebdi. Joshua Glanzer. Jason McMack. Jeffrey Mosbacher. Natalie Fan. Erica Nikowski. Sydney Holddam. Anastasia Candelaria. William Raymond. Dominic Martinez. Cody Von Holt. Brian Fretnick. Paige Husa. Mark Lisak. Kevin Ellman. Brendan Saunders. Corey Sigler. Nathan Tottenhagen. Dominic Smith. Abhilesh Borodi. Anant Sriram. Siddharth Viswanathan. Niharika Patari. Hui Ru Li.
Oh, there we go. We make a break in the program for a very special announcement. So we have this next degree recipient is the very first person to ever receive a degree from our Space Resources program, right? So we got to do it like an extra special, like everybody's got to clap for this one. And because it is, we are the only university like in the world that has a Space Resources program, and it's brand new. First very graduate, and the faculty of the program have a very special gift for the first recipient, which is a container of apparently moon dust simulant or something like that. This is apparently the stuff that they use in lab when they want to pretend that they're actually working on the surface of another planet with all the work that they do. It kind of looks like an urn and ashes and stuff, but I'm told it really is the stuff that they use in the laboratory. So, any case, Dr. Angel Madrid wanted you to have this. He couldn't be here today. He's watching actually on the internet from somewhere. And just to see you get this as you cross the stage. So, if everybody would join us in a little extra applause for this one, because it's a big deal for us at Mines. So, let's go.
Andrew Connor. In Petroleum Engineering, Dr. Erdal Ozkan, Department Head. Mingyan Han. Yi Jiajian. Utkar Srivastava. Satyanandan Dharmaselvan. Kirtana Krishnan. Manju Parkavi Murugesu. In Geophysics, Dr. John Bradford, Department Head. Taylor McKay. Hayden Powers. Max Mifkovic. In Applied Mathematics and Statistics, Dr. Gregory E. Fassauer, Department Head. Jake Chambers. Erica Detmer Radke. Davis Engler. Joshua Hoskinson. Ariel Shiner. Andrew Wiegers. In Chemistry, Dr. Thomas Jeanette, Department Head. Yerkebulan Ali. Allison York. In physics, Dr. Uwe Greifer, Department Head. Dylan Bartusik. In computer science, Dr. Tracy K. Camp, Department Head. Stacia Neer. Jonathan Evans. Hunter Johnson. Matthew Balden. Clayton Crom. Katrina Steinman. Alan Nguyen. Michael Hughes. Matthew Clayton. John Henkel. Michael Bainbridge. Sarah Person. Mitchell Weibel. John Galbaby. Michael Niemeyer. Akshay Swaminathan. Michael Allen. In Economics and Business, Dr. Roderick G. Eggert, Division Director. James Kiusis. Jorge Ricardino Casapo. Olivia Putri. Christian Suarez. Lauren Harrison. Ryan Wallace. Cassidra Harris. Olivia Tati. Lauren Roos. Francis Galgan. Benjamin Sonnenfeld. Benjamin Clare. Matthew King. Rami Elzarad. Ali Al-Absi. Rami Al-Absi. James Bloomfield. Martin Desheu. Evan Powell. Joseph Teff. Brian Borum. Gary Hutton. Alexander Kohler. Aniket Prabhu. Gianfranco Villalta Neira. Derek Spates. Braden Tanner. Elias Petsalis. David Henningsen. Satvik Saini. Matthew Guerrero. Pei Yang Lin. Usman Umar Mohammed. Ruben Mashimbi. Mbeke Ekenem. Samuel Zoam. Irvin Ekpo. Scott Nicholson. Omer Abers. In Humanities, Arts, and Social Sciences, Dr. Hussein A. Emery, Division Director. Karen De Agüero.
All right, how about our master's degree recipients all standing up for another big round of applause, right? I'm starting to like this crowd. This is a good one. Okay, well, we can. Just want to let you know, Dr. Boyd also assesses like which program is has the most enthusiastic audience members, and ETM wins hands down today. Just to let you know. What really put him over the top was the group right over here that just like jumped up and went wild. So great job on that. All right, so a few more quick recognitions before we wrap up the ceremony. Many of us on stage are passionate about the transformative power of a Mines degree, especially for those who follow a road less traveled. So if we have any graduates who are the first in their families to receive an advanced degree, either master's or PhD, or if you took a detour from a job or career path that you were on to come back to graduate school to open up new career opportunities, or you are or have served in the military and came back to school, would you please stand up and be recognized? And speaking of a road less traveled, graduating today, we also have about a dozen NCAA student athletes who earn their degrees while training and competing at the national collegiate level. So would all of our varsity athletes stand for a second? Stay standing just for a second. Just to read a few of their accolades, 7 of these graduates have been members of Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference championship teams. 8 have been on NCAA tournament teams. 4 are All-Americans. 2 are academic All-Americans. 2 were members of our 2015 National Championship cross-country team. And all have been great leaders and role models for other student athletes. So congratulations on all your accomplishments. I want to give a special shout out to one of them, Mark Husted. Mark's probably hanging out over there. Just want to read a little bit about Mark. So Mark is he didn't know I was going to do this, but Mark's a 6-time All-American who was a national champion in the distance medley relay at the 2009 Indoor Track and Field National Championships, and also national champion in the 800 meters at the 2010 Outdoor National Championships. Mark first graduated from Mines in 2009 with his BS in electrical engineering, and then again in 2010 with a master's in energy systems and power electronics. And today we saw him cross the stage and get hooded as he received his PhD in operations research. So congrats to Mark and to all of our athletes here today. So I'd like to invite Mr. Jesus Salazar, a 2-time Mines alumnus with degrees from CS. Any CSers out there? That's a shy group, I know. And he's also one of the first degree recipients from the ETM program. I don't know. He's also a degree recipient from the ETM program. Okay. All right. And he's also a member of the Board of Trustees, and he'd like to welcome our graduates to the Colorado School of Mines alumni community. Jesus?
All right, so graduates, today you're leaving Mines as the beneficiaries of this world-class education, and as an alum, I can testify it's going to prepare you well for what's about to come next. And you've graduated from one of the most rigorous engineering and science universities in the world, and I hope you take a lot of pride and joy in this accomplishment. It's not only giving you the means and the tools to solve problems, but also to innovate, which is an entirely different thing. You came here from every point on the globe to learn and to build and to create together, and you found a common opportunity here. That gives me great hope for our global future. So, yesterday, you're members of this highly select group, students of the Colorado School of Mines, and today you become members of a very loyal and a very proud group, the Colorado School of Mines alumni. And I think you'll experience, as I have, no matter where you go around the globe, you're going to find other Mines alumni who know what you're made of. So welcome to the Colorado School of Mines Alumni Association. Congratulations.
Thank you, Jesus. I should also mention he was a student athlete here as well at Mines. So he's got a lot in common with you out there. So, one last piece of business to take care of. We got to make all those degrees and things that we just did official. And so for that, I will need the help of our Dean of Graduate Studies, Dr. Wendy Zhou. Wendy, come on up. And Colorado School of Mines Board of Trustee Chairman Tom Jordan. So let's go over what's going to happen, okay? And because everybody's got a role in this thing. So the three of us have to read the sacred words that confer your degrees, okay? So we got to do those. We got to do it right, or we got to like start all over again. So like the whole ceremony, which we don't really want to do. So we'll get it. We'll try to get it right. When we reach the end of our part, and it'll be pretty obvious to you when we do that, this will be the last opportunity all of us have to congratulate our degree recipients as a community here today. This part needs to be particularly loud, so those of you in the bleachers, I think you know what to do. And everybody else, be as vocal. Who's got the air horns? Put them to good use, okay? I know there's a few out there. We're gonna need them for this part. And it's also a good time when we get to that point, graduates, if you feel so inclined to throw your caps in the air, go for it. If we achieve a level of enthusiastic clapping and recognition, the Faculty Senate President, Dr. Zahi Kath, is going to come up. He's hiding in the corner right now. He's going to go up to the front there by the De Re Metallica, and the official end of the ceremony happens when he closes that book, okay? And he only closes it when he decides you're loud enough. And he's been doing this for a while, so he's getting a little hard of hearing. Every ceremony kind of loses a little bit of hearing, so I think the standard goes up, it seems to be at least that way. When he closes the book, the recessional music will kick in. Real loud, so the group over there will take care of that part. Got it? And then what we do is ask everybody to sort of stay in place while the platform party recesses, because otherwise we lose them on the way out, going out there, over there, okay? And then what we're going to do is we will meet all of you over in the Student Center for a reception in the honor of our graduates, okay? So, sacred words, cheering, closing the book, lots of stomping and stuff, music, and then we escape. Okay? And then food over in the Student Center. All right? Everybody got that? Okay? Right? You ready? Okay. Okay, Wendy, I think you're the first one. Be careful.
Thank you, President Johnson. And would today's candidates for the doctoral, professional, and master's degree please rise? Mr. President, with approval of the faculty, I recommend that the doctoral, professional, Masters of Science, Masters of Engineering degree, as appropriate, to be conferred upon these candidates. The candidates who are not able to be present today will be awarded their degrees in absentia, and their names appear in the program.
Thank you, Dr. Joe. Trustee Jordan, I present to the Board of Trustees these candidates. Each has been recommended by the faculty to receive his or her degree. I concur with the faculty, and it is my great honor to present these candidates for your acceptance.
President Johnson, by action of the Board of Trustees taken on April 29th, 2019, the Board of Trustees of the Colorado School of Mines hereby directs you to award these candidates the degrees they have earned.
close. There's a couple extra magic words. Upon recommendation of the faculty and by authority of the Board of Trustees, I confer upon all those who have been recommended by the faculty the degrees of doctorate, professional master, master of science, or master of engineering with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations, class of 2019.